Hey there, welcome back to Sea Power, and welcome to the third and final part of this mini-series. We are throwing the Allies and the United States out of this area. They've been trying to land their forces here so far, they still got a few more landing ships on the way, and we're here to sink them all. Of course, those things are escorted, and they're not going to go down easily. But, so far, we've been having some decent success, including with a bit of a submarine. Unfortunately, the submarine has come under attack, so hopefully I can save it. Oh god, you got a torpedo on you, don't you? No, you don't. It's right overhead, but there's a difference of about 1,000 feet. Okay. Not that big of a problem then. Look at how many Mark 46s have been spread around. Even this gearing is throwing out noisemakers because it's scared. Courage, you got one missile left. Go after the Newport, because the Newport still has propulsion. It's restored its propulsion. Okay, airbase. We're going to start sending out more aircraft. Everybody and their mother is in a holding pattern at this point. Give me a... yeah, why not? Strike precision. Let's go. Now we can finally see those things down there again. 2 Vulcans. The whole column of units, which is seemingly going for my airbase. A Vulcan supposedly has a speed of 36 knots. So it's going to take him about half an hour to get there. The problem is, this time around, I don't have tanks to defeat them. Can you engage that Vulcan? You think? We only got him on visual. That's no problem. And I'm worried about the Cape Horn over here restoring propulsion and going back at it again. Range, 12 miles. Your engagement range, 8 miles. Gearing is still shelling my land-based operation here. Well, most of your sensors might be offline, but the rest of you are still reloading. Come around. The problem is trying to locate these targets and guide them in at the same time. I can't really do that. Not that eager to turn all of these MiGs loose on them. Disband the formation. There we go. No, no, no. Just one missile. Because I know what you'll do. You'll send 2. Which is not what I need you to do. Please pull up. I'm not losing another unit, just a ground effect. Thank you very much. Okay. Engage a Bradley. 1 away. 2 away. No, you're not going to return. You're going to guide those missiles in until I tell you otherwise. At this point, I still have a couple of S-27s aboard these birds. Not many. The more I can shoot down, the merrier. 1 Bradley down. 2nd Bradley down. Well done. You're going to get potentially shot at by this Vulcan. Tough. You're flying way too low. I need to get you up. Lost visual. Found visual. Go for 1. Go for 2. Guide missiles. RTB. Lost track. I hope we can guide these AS-7s in. I don't know. Maybe. They're in these woods some here. Yep, looks like we might get a hit. 1. Well done. And 2. Ground units gone. You're gonna go after this guy. Nice ASW helicopter hunting for absolutely no submarines around there. Speaking of subs, you're doing fine. How about that? You've locked onto Tarawa. Outstanding. No, you haven't. Are you shitting out noisemakers again? I'm not sure. Newport's down to stationary again. Good. How are we doing with the air ops down here? Not great. Hunt down the P3. Actually, hunt down the E3A. Bigger, much bigger, interesting target. You're gonna hunt down the P3. Go. Airbase. AS-10s are standing by aboard the SU-24s. I hope they'll be able to launch, because we got a lot of birds in the holding pattern. I can't wait for multi-runway takeoffs. Yeah, the moment you got reloaded, you instantly shoot. I'm gonna tell you to go weapons tight. Please tell me you actually found the Tarawa. Oh god. Not doing a great job with the submarine torpedoes there. Where's this one even going? And all the while, these guys are perfectly healthy. You still have an SSN-14 left? You do. We've hit a track with an A6D. Okay, the E3A is dead. Good. Sent this. You're trying to intercept standard missiles which are going for the SA-10 battery. Huh. Okay, what about the ground ops here? We got those Vulcans downed. You got nothing left. You do. Let's see. Where are they? Go to 6. Can you engage? No. Too far. My god. It's not that hard of a target, I'd say. The layer's at 348, right? No, 378. So they're all bouncing off of the layer with their sonar. Good. This thing is propulsion again. Damn it. What's your top speed? 32. I need someone fast to run after them. And everybody's getting limited by the Ushikov, I think. No, the Ushikov also has a speed of 32. Your range is 16 miles. Let's go put the 152s to work. Because why not? There she goes. First salvo out, second salvo. Good. Shooting up landing ships with 152s, aka 6-inch guns. Why not? Okay. I don't know if you got it in first shot, but whatever, it's gone. Now take the merchant out. It's 1991 for crying out loud. We're still using 6-inch guns. Oh, well. Come on. Hit the track. Newport. Yeah, that's the first salvo. Completely lost track of everything down here. I don't like that. Now it's going to be a missile fight, which is basically the parry shooting back at me. Not that big of a problem. The gearing is a bit of a problem, potentially. Oh, we got a smart one here. Change your course. Change your speed. We got a smart one. This one's acquired. Pop another. Change your depth. Oh boy. That's gonna be painful. And the ironic thing is, this submarine hasn't really contributed much to the battle at all. I've hit the Taro, like, what, once? I haven't hit the parry, I haven't hit the gearing. Oh, there comes another one. Here comes the killing blow. I was hoping to send out another torpedo. Hold on, I still can? You took a torpedo to the nose? And you don't care? More where that came from, please. Can you launch from this depth? You can? All torpedoes. Depart the tubes. Because your mothership's dying. This one I cannot launch. I don't have a torpedo tube ready. I know I'm sending Test 71s against a surface target, but it can work. Because they're essentially homing torpedoes, which are going to look for surface targets. Because they're emitting noise. Let's see if we can finally torpedo this gearing. Just out of spite. Because this is probably the end for the B229. Heavy flooding. Surface. Okay, all merchants are now dead. Finally. Yeah, there she goes. The emergency surface is not working. Submarines eliminated. I'm going to tell you to go weapons free. Engaging 7002. That's the Charleston. Fine. Oh crap, that's a harpoon. So far, Chaff took it, and it's also getting jammed. Where's that Tu-16 anyway? Here. Down here we've cleaned up both the P3 and the E3A, so you guys can go home. Airbase. Still don't really have anything out there which can start shooting. Actually, these can. Go to 30. Still got no idea where these birds are. Hold on, I can send a helicopter up. Just a helicopter with a Mark 1 eyeball, that's all I need. Give me an MR-14. Or 2. Why not? These things should just be able to take off, right? They're just helos. They got a Mark 1 eyeball, and with that, they can start spawning things. There, optics, visual sensor, that's all I need. Even got a surface search. Good. We're getting hit by the 127s now. Weapons free. Formation, weapons free. Just shoot whatever you want. Incoming harpoon. The warfare plane is still fighting it, the EAW. Sorry, electronic warfare, not EAW. This one seems to be fooled by chaff. It's going up too high. It's going to chase that chaff cloud. Let it go, let it go, let it go. SAN3 is going for the Charleston now. It almost looks like Gearing and Knox have collided with each other. Well, they almost have. They very nearly have. Charleston's not going anywhere. Austin is starting to take missiles now. Well. Or attempted... attempted attack against the Austin. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Splash. Hit. Good. How is my submarine faring? I mean, the submarine's dead. Did we ever get a hit on that gearing? Yes, we did. They're not going to survive that one. Tarawa is back to 6 knots. These things are now searching, but at a depth of 958. I wonder if they're going to acquire the Tarawa. It's possible. I wouldn't say it's likely. Helicopter status? Good Lord, it's busy here. Where are the healers anyway? Here, they're up! Good. Let's go hunt them down. There we go. We found them. I need you to go after that Vulcan. Go to about 6,000. Surface search on. Maybe 3,000 feet. You're just gonna be spotters. You don't need to kill, you don't need to hit them with your dipping sonar. That's gonna be funny if it works, but I doubt it. Okay, gearing eliminated. You've hit it with... Sorry, that's the Garret, which I think is a Turkish ship again. Standard missile still flying into the SAN-10. Inoperable. Alright, fine. What are you presently shelling? 7002. The Charleston still? Look, I think Charleston's been eliminated by now. Switch your target to the Nox. Nah, that's not that likely to be a problem anymore either. Hello, boys. Now I got eyes on you. Go after this one. I can barely keep an eye on them. Gonna wait until the helos get there. We're still pumping the Austin full of surface-to-air missiles. The Garcias over here are still healthy. Not that big of a deal, though. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And... splash. Good effort. Poor execution. Nah, this is not going to work. Because they're too low. By about 959 feet. Okay. Do we have anything that can shoot that? I think we're trying to recover every bird up there. Look at that. Everybody's in a holding pattern. This guy's probably trying to land. But landing still takes so long in this game. Yep, there they are. Doubt you can make that turn in time. Oh, base 7 away. You drop both? Fine, join the holding patterns. There's what, 6 targets down there? You missed. Oh, there's a Vulcan as well. 2 Vulcans. Lovely. They might be out of ammo. Nevertheless. What are you actually shooting up? Something on the water. Jeez, you're still on Charleston? You've got an anti-air range, and you can double that as an surface. You cannot double that as an submarine. Or an ASW. Shoot this, please. Because I believe that Charleston will eventually go down. It's just a question of when. The other ones, not so sure. Unless you're feeling suicidal, I would highly encourage you not to fly over the enemy formation. Oh, should put this guy on weapons free. Wait a second. Did we hit them? We've hit the Peleliu? The LHA-5? Yeah, that's them. With the Test 71s. It worked. It worked. Well, at least they're not going anywhere anytime soon. And ideally they flood to death. The Gearing's been eliminated. Close to the submarine. That just leaves the Perry. And at this point, I don't think they still have any harpoons left. They would have used those by now if they still had them. You are presently shelling 7029. That's this Gearing here. Do you have anything that is missile capable of going after that? Not really. Okay, forward you go. You two, forward. Head flank. Close the distance and eliminate the target. You got nothing left. You can serve as a target practice, I guess. You've been hit? Oh, it's not great. Like a whole one damage control team. You are weapons free, but you're not engaging? You don't have the range. Okay, great. Look at the amount of noisemakers down here. It's almost like they're trying to hide something. Huh. Unfortunately for you, that didn't work out. Once this thing sinks, I think we have all the landing ships down. Except Austin. Or Duluth, as it's called here. Kilo still don't have the ground forces. What are we doing with the airbase? Still retrieving? Good lord. You'd think having aircraft return to a base is not that big of a challenge, but in this game, they still need some work on that. Stop dunking your missiles into the water. Almost in range. Yeah, I still need something to shoot up the Austin down there. Ah, we found him again. Good. Let's go hunt. Let's go hunt. Let's go hunt. And we lost him. Hunt these down. Range was 1.6. Correct. Don't care about the Vulcan. Go after the other guy. He's right next to him. No, you don't have to change your course. Wait, you missed? Yes, you missed. Well, that's unfortunate. And you didn't engage that one. Okay, single shot. Target Vulcan. Yeah, we're getting them on visual and radar. That's because all of my helicopters have now arrived. One. Second on the other Vulcan. Go to base, or at least hang around there. You target the Bradley. I think that's a bit more of a danger than the AA-7s. The AV-7s only really have a grenade launcher. Good man, go home. What? Oh. That's not great. That's a kill. That's a kill. Good. We have a whole lot of units left. And they're about to enter that airbase. I can't very well do a gun run on it. What do we got left? Carries? Go. Well, they're going to launch point. I'll take it. Are they on the other side of that hill or something? No, they're not. They're in those woods. There. Yeah, it's just Falcons and grenade launchers at this point. Go after this one. 7207. So we can get it this time around. We still got gunfire coming in 5-inch. Get it? You missed? If we can... If we can take out Abrams with those rocket pods, I don't know why we're dealing so little damage, if any, against an AAV. Okay, that guy's been hit. You're still closing the distance. At speed, please. Jeez, you guys just cannot get enough of this Austin, can you? Peleliu, badly damaged. Don't know if she'll go down. That's alright. Yeah, that's great. We just don't have that many left. Oh, we got plenty, actually. Leave this formation. We need to close in at best speed. Ushakov can still lead the formation, but some of these missile cruisers need to start moving their ass. For it. How is this thing still afloat? Incredible. Yeah, that's not helpful. Everything's offline here. This thing did a lot of work for me, though. So the fact that it's only got 8 missiles left and everything's offline, I don't really mind it. You managed to restore propulsion? Huh. That was not part of the plan. These Garcias are going to be annoying. Okay, Nikolaev, you're going down southeast. And we're going to have the other cruiser, the Kerch, go in. And that'll eliminate the Charleston and the last surviving Goering. What I suspected happened to the airbase is that it had a couple of Yak-38 forgers which were trying to land. They don't belong in the airbase. And because of that, they might not actually have any kind of a way to land. So what was happening here, a lot of these aircraft were just waiting for those damn Yak-38s to get out of the way. Once I killed off the Yak-38s by using the F-10 menu arm self-destruct, those other aircraft all started happily landing. So it wasn't anything to do with the game this time around, it was something to do with the fact that there are a couple of birds assigned to this airbase that are not supposed to be there. So if you're also going to be playing this scenario, keep that in mind, because it might mess up your whole aircraft system. Which I highly encourage you not to have happen. Especially as there is no shortage of targets and you do need your aircraft to actually cycle. You need them to go in, get some ammunition, go back out there. And if you don't have those, well, you can definitely wait around and let your gun cruiser do the work. In this case, the Admiral Ushakov is still doing the talking and the killing of the Charleston here. But it's just going to be a bit more time-consuming. So, I highly encourage you remove those Yak-38s, because they're just going to be annoying. As for this Vulcan, that will not be an annoyance anymore. I should still have one aircraft up there capable of launching a missile. You guys are... Ah, there you are. There you are. Leave the formation. Let's go hunt down that last ground unit, the last Vulcan. That ought to be it for the ground forces. After that, we're just going to have to sink those transports. So, not too big of a deal after that. This might be the missile age, but for the Peleliu over here, it doesn't really matter what's fighting her. She's dead. She's gone for good. She's getting shelled by not only 3-inch guns from the Kerch, which you can see over there in the distance, but also the 6-inch guns aboard that light cruiser. I really wasn't expecting the light cruiser to do as much work as it did. But given the fact that the Allies seemingly only scraped together a few, well, relatively old ships, those ships might have been sufficient to deal with a couple of shore-based troops, land-based forces. They're not enough to deal with fairly modern Soviet ships. And that means that with those escorts out of commission, we can go to town against these survivors, or, well, whatever's left of them, with 6-inch guns. A very satisfying end, I'd say, to this mission. It was a very long mission, and I definitely enjoyed it. It is not for the faint of ram, I would say, because there is a lot happening in this mission, and that might mean that you need to save the mission at times and just go and reload the mission to make sure that your RAM doesn't completely overflow. Hope you guys enjoyed watching the video. Thank you for watching. Let me know what your thoughts are down below, and I shall see you soon for more Sea Power.